You may take your seats. Your Excellency, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is my greatest honor to welcome you all to the inaugural International Security Conference on Africa. Karibuni sana. Murakazaneza. Today in Kigali, we start a new chapter, a moment where Africa is not responding to global security conversations, but the continent is actually shaping those conversations. Standing here, I am especially joyful because Africa's security is not fixed in the middle of someone else's agenda. And we're not a side event at a global forum. You've been to some of those, you know how it feels. We are an event. Africa is not a footnote, as I said earlier, but it is the headline. What a joy. I am Jackie Lumbasi, and I'm truly honored to serve as your MC. To lay the foundation for the rich conversations that we're going to have over the next 2 days, I now invite on stage the Executive Secretary of ISCA, Lieutenant General Retired Frank Kamanzi. Let's appreciate him.
Your Excellency, President of the Republic of Rwanda, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It's a great honor and privilege to welcome you all for the official inauguration of the International Security Conference on Africa, ISCA. First and foremost, let me begin by expressing my gratitude to His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Rwanda, for joining us for this opening ceremony. Your Excellency, your leadership has consistently affirmed the importance of African agency to advance peace, security, and sustainable development on our continent. In the context of a dynamic and complex global environment, the International Security Conference on Africa was born out of a shared vision to create a platform where Africans and our partners come together to deliberate on our unique security challenges and foster homegrown, practical, and sustainable solutions. As we embark on this journey together, let's seize this moment to strengthen our partnerships and create more opportunities to build a prosperous future for all of us. Once again, I welcome you all to Kigali, and I wish you fruitful discussions. I thank you.
Thank you very much. The Executive Secretary of ISCA, Lieutenant General Retired Frank Kamanzi. I had a conversation with the ES and someone asked, but we mentioned 61, you're saying it's the International Conference on Africa. You had the ES say 61 countries. How comes? And he's mentioned it. It's Africa and other partners around the world. Thank you so much, ES. And now it's truly an honor for me to welcome on stage for his remarks His Excellency Musa Faki Mahamat, former African Union Commission Chairperson. Please, let's appreciate him.
Your Excellency, President Paul Kagame, President of the Republic of Rwanda, distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen, I extend to you my warmest greetings. Allow me, first of all, to express my sincere thanks to the organizers of this conference for the warm welcome we received upon our arrival in Kigali. This city, which has become a living symbol of resilience and renewal on our continent, provides a most fitting setting to inaugurate a new dynamic, long awaited and essential for Africa. The launch of the International Security Conference on Africa marks, in many ways, a turning point. For far too long, our continent has felt the need for a permanent strategic space dedicated to in-depth reflection and ongoing dialogue on peace and security issues. At a time when systems of governance are faltering under the weight of widespread instability and growing uncertainty, Africa must be able to rely on a platform rooted in its own realities, responsive to its specificities, and driven by a shared ambition. Excellences, Mesdames et Messieurs, tout au long de mon parcours au sein de l'Union africaine et à travers mes engagements sur le terrain, j'ai mesuré l'ampleur de ce que nous pouvons accomplir lorsque nous faisons front commun. J'ai également été témoin du coût élevé de l'hésitation, des divisions et des engagements non tenus. Jamais l'ambition de nos instruments, notre architecture paix et sécurité notamment, n'a été remise en cause. Ce qui a souvent fait défaut, c'est une volonté politique constante, capable de traduire cette ambition en moyens concrets et en actions durables. La réalité est sans détour. La sécurité de l'Afrique ne saurait reposer sur des solutions importées. Solutions africaines aux problèmes africains, avons-nous l'habitude de dire et répéter. Elle doit s'ancrer dans nos propres diagnostics, refléter nos priorités et reposer sur notre capacité à intervenir de manière opportune et à l'échelle nécessaire. Face aux défis sécuritaires prégnants, il nous faut agir vite et avancer. Avancer signifie donner corps à notre vision. Cela requiert, entre autres, des mandats clairs, un financement pérenne, ainsi que des mécanismes efficaces opérant au niveau national, régional et continental. Notre action doit être résolument proactive, non réactive. Notre état de préparation doit être permanent et non conjoncturel. L'Union africaine demeure l'ancrage politique central de notre agenda sécuritaire commun. Mais aucune institution, si robuste soit-elle, ne saurait à elle seule porter une telle responsabilité. Il nous faut fortifier l'ensemble de l'écosystème africain de pensée stratégique, qu'il soit civil, militaire, académique ou diplomatique. À cet égard, l'ISCA comble un vide majeur. Elle offre un espace unique pour un débat rigoureux, une capacité d'alerte stratégique et une innovation politique féconde, où les données éclairent la décision et où l'analyse conduit à l'action. On ne saurait évoquer la sécurité sans parler du développement. Les causes profondes des conflits sur notre continent sont bien souvent d'ordre structurel et économique. Pauvreté persistante, inégalité criante, marginalisation de la jeunesse, promesses déçues. Ce ne sont pas seulement des échecs du développement, ce sont des facteurs majeurs d'insécurité. Chaque route non construite, chaque école fermée, chaque engagement non honoré fragilise davantage le tissu social de nos nations. À l'inverse, lorsque les institutions fonctionnent, lorsque les communautés sont autonomisées, lorsque les opportunités sont réelles et accessibles, la paix devient une expérience concrète et certainement durable. Nous devons aussi faire preuve de lucidité. Le poids de la sécurisation de notre continent ne peut reposer sur les épaules d'une poignée d'États. Le panafricanisme véritable ne se limite pas à une communauté d'idéaux. Il suppose un partage équitable des responsabilités, qu'il s'agisse des ressources, de coordination ou de volonté d'agir ensemble, même dans la diversité. C'est précisément pour cela que l'ISCA revêt une importance particulière. Si nous bâtissons cette plateforme avec clarté et détermination, elle s'inscrira durablement dans l'architecture de paix du continent. L'avenir que nous appelons de nos vœux ne saurait émerger du hasard. Il exige d'être façonné avec rigueur, lucidité et méthode, mais surtout, il exige d'être construit ensemble. Je vous remercie de votre bienveillante attention.
Thank you very much, His Excellency Musa Faki Mahamat, addressing us in his capacity as chairperson of ISCA Advisory Council, and quite clear points he makes there. When it comes to security issues, we must act quickly, and moving forward means giving substance to our vision. Our actions must be proactive and not reactive. But he also points out at ISCA as a unique space for strategic early warning capacity. And he reminds us that security and development go hand in hand. Also, when opportunities are real and accessible, peace becomes concrete and tangible. We do appreciate you for those powerful remarks. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct honor to invite His Excellency President Kagame for his keynote address.
Excellency Musa Faki Mahamat, former chairperson of the African Union Commission and the chairperson of ISCA Advisory Council, Ambassador Frank Musho Kamanzi, Executive Secretary of ISCA, Secretary General of La Francophonie, Special Representative of the United Nations, the Secretary General for the Central African Republic, Chiefs of Defense Staff, Police Chiefs, Heads of Intelligence, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Let me start by welcoming you all to Kigali. I want to thank the organizers who made this conference possible, and each of you for coming here to share and contribute in all this. This forum is not only timely, it is long overdue. Africa's future, particularly in matters of peace and security, cannot be outsourced. For far too long, our security has been treated as a burden to be managed by others, with minimal input from us, and often without the benefit of our context or consent. This approach has failed to deliver both for Africa and for the world. What begins here is more than a conference. It is a deliberate effort to change both the narrative and the substance of how Africa engages with the global security debates. Moving forward, we must participate not from the margins, but as a credible and capable partner. To succeed, we have to focus on three critical pillars of action. The first is ownership. We cannot complain about external interference while at the same time creating the conditions that produce it. Sovereignty is not just about defending borders. It's about taking responsibility for our security, both as states and collectively as a continent. Neglecting this duty allows others to step in, leading to a loss of credibility and control. We also need to strengthen our continental institutions, namely the African Union and the Peace and Security Council within it, to handle our common security concerns. The second pillar is the link between governance and security. When one is weak, the other is compromised. Without both, there can be no trust and no meaningful progress. Security is not just about the absence of threats. Our job as leaders is to create an environment where people can live with dignity, enjoy their rights, and look to the future with hope and confidence. The third pillar is cooperation. Even with the best domestic systems in place, no country today can secure itself in isolation. None. Borderless threats like pandemics, terrorism, and cybercrime evolve very quickly, often faster than national responses. But cooperation must go beyond merely sharing information or joining forces in an ad hoc manner. It must be strategic, intentional, and innovative. The key to overcoming security challenges lies in our ability to produce our own solutions. The exhibition attached to this conference shows what is possible when we invest in ourselves. Where we have capacity, we must scale it up. Where we lack it, this is the time and place to build it and also cooperate. The platform we are launching today must help align political will with technical expertise and national interests with the continental priorities. Let us leave here not just informed, but more resolved to do more and better. I wish you productive deliberations in the days ahead. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for the powerful message. Africa's future, especially in relation to security, cannot be outsourced. Thank you for that reminder. And moving forward, we must participate, not from the margins, but His Excellency says we must participate as a credible partner. And thank you for the pillars of action, ownership, the link between governance and security. Thanks for making that clear for us, and cooperation. Thank you so much, and indeed we promise you will be more resolved to do more and do better. Thank you. Your Excellency, we're grateful for the time that you have accorded us. Thank you so much. Your presence and the message that you have shared are valuable and indeed will guide our discussions throughout the course of the summit. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Ladies and gentlemen, I will request you to rise as His Excellency departs, and please remain where you're seated for the rest of you. Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for your time.
Naho uwahoze ari umunyamabanga mukuru w'umuryango w'ubumwe bwa Afurika Musa Faki Mahamat akaba ari we watangiye atanga ijambo muri inama nyuma gato y'umunyamabanga wa ISCA Retired General Lieutenant General Frank Musho Kamanzi. Aha Musa Faki yagaragaje ko kuri ubu Afurika ibisubizo ikeneye bikwiye kubakira aha Musa Faki yagaragaje ko kuri ubu Afurika igomba kubakira hanini ku bisubizo byayo, ndetse ibi bikagaragarira cyane mu rwego rw'umutekano ari nawo nyingi y'ingenzi uyu mugabane wa Afurika ukeneye mu kubakiraho umutekano wayo. Perezida Kagame kandi yagaragaje ko uko imyaka ishize umutekano